Good morning, Deify here, and welcome back to Kitty Powers Matchmaker. Level 5, mopper upper, but a fabulous reputation, as we do, and hopefully some good news. Well, first off, I want to read this from Kitty Powers. That's day 3, okay. Top dog, yep. I'm assuming that's because no one else plays this game. I mean, we'll see if we get anyone else into it. I want to see if we get more babies. Oh, so close. Skylar and I are still an item, and we've tied the knot. We both really love stargazing. We're so happy I can easily live with her love of looking after sick people. Some people, right? So selfish. Best part is I was completely honest with her from the get-go. We're like so fabulously well matched. It's like a fairy tale ending. We've sent you a little something something to say thanks. Great. Make it good. Ooh, a sparkly pink cowgirl hat. My favorite. And Louisa Gormpton, I remember not expecting too much from you. Casey and I are still in a relationship and sharing accommodation. We both enjoy vitamin supplements together. Union is so total that I can easily abide her infatuation with building tree houses. The most pleasing thing is I was completely honest with her. Great. Just give me the item and be well on your way, because truthfully, I don't care too gosh darn much if you're not at least engaged. I just wanna throw that out there, alright? And I would like to see, who do we got? Let's start, ladies first. I'm Pearl, I'm a filing clerk, and I'm looking for a woman. Great. Pearl Spanglewine, a 1-star filing clerk, a Virgo born on September 15th, looking for a woman. She's into urban exploration, paintballing, and boxercise. She likes blue eyes and black hair, acting methodically for traditional and romantic. Bad habit is being a tightwad, and guilty pleasure, fabulous wigs. Wow, everything's fabulous today. A practical type. Okay, let's see. We can see what we get. Here's a practical one. Bernie. We don't know anything about Bernie, however. Except she failed to run as president. Ha ha ha, Bernie Sanders joke. Well, I guess we're going to learn about Bernie because there's really no one else. She's a two-star stonemason. And a Gemini, born on May 31st. They don't line up there, that sucks. There's also, no attraction between them. Gesticulating and you can't see it, but whatever. She likes reading textbooks, building houses, and hunting. We need to give her white hair, and really, we're just going to hope for the best. We're also going to go bottom right. Think this Australian restaurant's really going to give me some good luck here. If I wanted to, the Australian's here, but no, man of my word. Gosh, I guess we'll go for the better restaurant. I really hate making the game harder for me. It's stupid. Okay, VIPs are the hardest customers to please, just like me and me, kitty. I really wish I still got updates on my avatar, or does just no one play this game now? I'm not really sure, but I never really got them anyways. Before. I think I got 2 or 3. So we have our black handlebar ponytail here, and we want something hot with fish. Let me just, is that Pakuhui Machli? Let's go with that, please. Yeah, sounds lovely. I know what hot with fish means. It means stuff I probably would not like. On a day out to the countryside, would you rather take a hike in the hills or relax by the lake? I'd rather take a hike. How do you think I keep my wonderful physique here? This doesn't just come from drinking beer and sitting at a computer for 10 hours. No, sir. I say as I don't really hike. I'm not a hiking person. Oh good, we can squish it. I'm not really, I don't... It is the most cliche thing in the world for someone of my interest group to say, but I don't really like the outdoors. It's hot. It hurts my skin because it gets sunburned. Thankfully, I don't get sunburned too easily. I'm just I would rather, play indoor sports, which is why I play hockey. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I never messed that up. I tried to rush it. I tried to rush it. I don't think we're gonna get another. Okay, I mean, we can beg. We can beg, and that's really all that matters. Normally, I'm like on fire with that one. Normally, I'm like of all the Kitty Powers videos I've watched, I'm like the one person who reads everything instead of just doing what I tried doing there. Just like, oh, okay, click, 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 click. But no, I tried doing it once and I flubbed it up. Jeez, obviously that's just bad for me. But I was thinking, you know, maybe we can get through more dates, get more babies. You know, maybe I don't need to do all this fancy stuff over and over. I mean, we did not get anyone new, so Bernie it is, but you're being a tightwad, okay? I mean, we can try. I mean, there's not much we can do about bad habits and guilty pleasures because they're of the same type. Those usually are ways to just, like, avoid, you know, bad pairs with people of the other type. Like, it gives you an in with them, but so I don't really know if we should like talk about bad habits and guilty pleasures. You know, ever since they were introduced, I still don't think I've fully figured out like the meta behind them. When do I talk about it? Well, this should be fairly easy to remember. We have pink and green right here. Something hot with no meat. Okay, we're getting back to the no meat thing. You broke our chain from the last episode, but obviously the producers of this reality show were like, hey, you know you weren't supposed to order anything with meat, right? She's like, oh gosh, sorry, like we are not going to pay you if you order something with meat next time. I mean, obviously Kitty Powers Matchmaker is a reality TV show. I literally just thought of that on the spot, but it actually does not make it actually makes a little bit of sense. Like, there's a camera, we're going on. Like, I mean, I know we're feeding them information, but it's totally something I could see it. I could see it happening. Just be like, all right, yeah, let's film these people trying to hook up. You know, it's like it's good if they make it, but it's bad, or sorry, it's hilarious if they you know, crash and burn. So I don't know. I feel like there's something there. Delicious complimentary chocolates. Let's give me some of that. Okay, so it's not there. Okay, so if it's not any of these, that means it's one of these. So I think I do that one, and I got it. Okay, great. And now, so I don't want to do this one because there's like a huge chance that those are it. But I feel like that one I picked wrong, but that's fine. We still got her favorite. And we got 2 right, so I'd say that's pretty good. I'm just gonna set these 2 up. I don't think we're really going to get anything better than that, so let's just get you out of here. Obviously, we are not totally set up to form bonds between practical lesbians. It just, we do not have the black book for it, and I'm sorry. If we got more practical lesbian clients, I would totally welcome you all back. But if you guys are all going to be difficult like this, I'm like, you know, maybe you should find another dating agency that is more well equipped to help you out. I just want the best service for you, whether I'm giving it or not, okay? Like, I'm not in this for the money anymore. I'm in this for the glory. I mean, sorry, the good feeling of charity when I set up some couples together. Yeah, that's what I'm going for. Let's do this guy. No, he's VIP. Hi, I'm Eggbert. I'm a funeral director and I'm looking for a woman. Great, Eggbert. I'm super excited to see you. Eggbert Oldburn. He's a 2-star funeral director and a Taurus, born on April 22nd. He's looking for a woman. I just had to check. I was like, I moved my camera up, right? But yeah, I did that during Stardew Valley. Okay, great. I'm interested in playing chess, discussing politics, and micro breweries. I love hazel eyes and black hair. Relaxed, methodical, introvert, traditional, and romantic. Bad habit is being bossy. Guilty pleasure is army surplus shops. Okay, vintage type. Vintage type. Do we have a lot of vintage types either? I mean, these two, like, they line up like a decent amount, actually. So maybe we'll come back to Darcy. What's his bad habit? Being bossy. That doesn't work out so much. We have these two. who don't seem too fantastic together. And yeah, that's looking like what we have. So I'm gonna go for the arty one first. As bizarre as that may be, I'll give him some light brown hair. But I don't know. Darcy Hemplot, 2-star landscape painter in the March 16th. Pisces. Great, that's like... Trying to think. I think that's one of the last days of Pisces. Like, okay, Pisces dates. I believe it's like to March 17th or 18th. 20th. Okay, February 19th to the 20th. Sure, we're gonna go for it. They both like playing chess. Light brown hair will be good. We have 2 ticks of attraction. We don't know anything else about her. I don't remember if I've said this story at all, but like fun little tidbit of information. I'm not totally into the whole astrology thing. I think it's kind of amusing. It's fun to look at sometimes, but I don't believe that the stars really actually say anything about who you are. But sometimes it is really weird when it's like, oh, if you're Pisces, you're really emotional. And I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I definitely am really emotional. It definitely has some of that. Like, I mean... Like, you know, some of the horoscopes, it's so easy to just, like, BS them. Like, oh, you'll feel kind of lucky today. Like, okay, yeah, great. Everyone's going to feel a little lucky if anything good happens to them. But it's really interesting because I used to have a girlfriend who was, like, pretty heavily into astrology and, like, crystals and stuff. I mean, call it, like, the high school type phase. Pretty sure she was Wiccan for a bit. But anyways, apparently... If you look at my star chart, I'm like super close to a perfect Pisces. So I'm like, okay, that's kind of cool. What is it like being a near perfect Pisces? I don't know. Whatever, good evening, may I take your order? Yes, brown center part mullet lady. What do you fancy? A cold dish with fish and no tomatoes. Okay, cold dish with fish. Wait. Mussels and tomatoes? Fish egg dip served cold. Taramo zalata. That sounds good, but it almost sounds like tomato salad, which is not very good. We do not want tomato salad, believe it or not. Cleaning out the cupboards, label everything, or throw it all in a bin bag. Okay, label everything. Yeah, I'm like, okay, so what does a perfect Pisces technically give me? What it gives me by, like, you know, the reasoning behind astrology, if you can call it that, not to offend any astrologists out there, we'll just call it my beliefs. But what it gives me is that all my horoscopes are like a lot more accurate than anyone else's, and I'm like, okay, that's kind of cool. Can't totally say I believe it, but it is pretty interesting to think. And you know, occasionally when I recall, I'll like look back and I'll just kind of like look at it and be like, huh, do horoscopes still kind of apply to me? And, you know, I'm not gonna lie, it seems like more often than not they do. Confirmation bias, I'm sure, but just one of those things. Okay, let's not mess up the selfie game. My selfie game is on point today. My fingers are not gonna twitch while we wait for these 2 dingleberries to smile. All right, if you just wanna, you know, help me out a little bit. If even one of you could start smiling, it might be contagious and get the other ones smiling. Frame that and throw it in the Louvre, because that's the best selfie I've ever... No, that's a lie. I know I have an episode called Best Selfie Ever. I remember this one because it was something... I think I got them when, like, their eyes were closed. And I was like, yeah, that right there is the best selfie ever. That one doesn't even compare. But that one was, like, perfection. That was, like, old classic style perfection. So, yeah, maybe it does belong in the Louvre. Whereas, like, you know, maybe like for a more modernist style, like eyes closed one was, maybe that's like a Met type thing. I'm not really sure what the Met is. I mean, I know it's an art museum because it's the Metropolitan Museum of Art, I do believe. Please tell me I'm not wrong about that. You know, I'm not sure if they're more of a modern or a classic style thing. Going real quick back to my astrology thing, just because I still have the page up in the background. I think I have talked about this one, but numerology, I think that's where it's at. If you're going to look at any of the again, sorry if I offend you, any of the pseudosciences, the sciences without concrete evidence. I think numerology is the really fun one, just because, I mean, I could program a numerology checker, and it's just something I did in my spare time. I was like, hey, I found this book on numerology. I think my mom had it, and I was like, sweet, let's do it. And I programmed it. It's fun. It's fun calculating numerology. And I used to just do it in my spare time. So I was like, hey, might as well. It could be one of those silly skills that I have. Tobias Lightkinsky, a 2-star school teacher and a Sagittarius born on December 2nd. He's looking for a woman. He likes alphabetizing bookshelves. Great. Gas masks, rad, and tattoos, of which you have none, probably. I don't want to see them if you do. He likes gray eyes and purple hair. He's relaxed, carefree, introvert, experimental, and spicy. His bad habit is leaving clothes on the floor. His guilty pleasure is celebrity gossip. Geeky type. Clearly a geeky type. Yeah, I never would have guessed anything else. Oh, good, we got... Oh, but she's not a lesbian. I was like, we got a practical girl. That could be really good. Yeah, you expect to find a geeky girl. Pfft, those are few and far between. Oh, well, here we go. Look at that. I mean, Thea Halfherd's been here for a while, hasn't she? They're not amazing together, but they're what we've got. So we're going to go with Thea Halfherd. Unfortunately, the VIP alternative music star. An Aries born on April 17th. So they line up horoscopically. That's good. 2 ticks of attractions. You know, pretty solid. I'll take that. She likes playing the violin, DVD movie extras, and plane spotting. 2 out of 4 makes me really iffy, but 3 out of 5 would be something. She's bad habits being paranoid. Same. And her guilty pleasure is water polo. Do either of those line up at all? No, they wouldn't, because they're both geeky types, so who cares? Where are we going to go? I think Tie Me Up is a good choice right here. Up, down, all around. Let's get going to that 3-star joint. I mean, I guess it's more 4 stars, right? She's a geeky type, so we probably want to give her something, like limited edition. Action figure has 134 points of articulation. Is that what we want? I think that's what we want. But like a replica sci-fi movie prop? Maybe we'll go with that. I don't know. The action figure, I don't know. Is it like a male versus female thing also? I'm not sure. Like, am I missing something on that? I don't know. Maybe I should just like look it up. Maybe it would also tell me what the Swiss Army knife does. But hello, fellow human. I'm Tobias, you're Thea. That's enough of that. Let me compliment your face. You can compliment mine. Here's a gun. I love giving weapons on my first date. We have our typical short brown hair, brown eyed. We gotta remember the square chin, I think. Preferred sustenance, something hot with red meat. Is that going to be som tom? Literally the opposite. Red meat. Oh, okay. Guide d'or mou, noodle soup with pork. Great. I was a little worried we would not find anything with red meat in there. Okay, so do we wanna go for it? I guess we gotta find out, because 3 out of 5 is a lot better than 2 out of 4. I'd say. Yes, that's the way to do it. Okay, great. Oh, we got some kitty lovin' for Thea also. Fantastic. I was a little worried because, you know, just dating VIPs always worries me just a little bit. Let's see, what do we want to talk about? Organization seems like a good one. Probably throw it all in a bin bag because we don't have time for that. Oh gosh, okay, here we go. It's cheats. We want to wink. Like that. Okay, great. Got my head nod going. Okay, what do we want? We want scissors now, so flutter. 3, 4, great. 2 out of 3 is fine, but why wouldn't we go for 3 out of 3? We can get her hot under the collar. Man, I know what they're doing on the taxi ride, huh? Ooh. Please don't, guys. We can talk about spiciness if it's here. Okay, good. It is. I was like, otherwise we can do clothes, but I don't know how I'd feel about that, because it wouldn't necessarily... Ooh. Clothes wouldn't necessarily be a love type thing. They might be like a, yeah, I like your outfit. Oh gosh, these ones are terrible. No, 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 fall on the left, fall on the, ah, darn it. I'm gonna go for it though, because we did hit her with Kitty Kitty Lovin', so I think it's like we would have had a smooth sailing date. I'm just gonna go for it. If you get rejected, you get rejected. Okay, good. Good. Think they're in love. I got Thea Half-Herd out of here. She's been here for too long, if I recall correctly. I mean, she must have been if I know her bad habit and guilty pleasure. It takes a while for me to actually learn that, because I don't go on second dates too often. I mean, if I can avoid it. Especially now that I'm, like, not aiming for anything. When I restarted this series, I tried to find a way to, like, delete my save file. Or, like, sorry, I tried to find a way to start a new save file. But I couldn't. Like, I didn't think you could save multiple. And I didn't want to delete mine. I was like, oh, but I worked so hard on little Dustin here. Oh, look at this guy, Dylan and a cleaner looking for a man. We gotta go with that soul patch, right? We got, just look at everything about this guy. He screams hipster, I'm calling it right here. Dylan Woodshaw, one-star cleaner and an Aries born on April 13th, looking for a man. He's interested in startup businesses, climbing trees, and fancy cocktails. His preference for green eyes and black hair. He's active, carefree, introvert, experimental, and spicy. Bad habit is gossiping. His guilty pleasure is being waited on. Got it. Hipster type. Let's go. There's like 3 ticks of attraction here, so that could be pretty solid. There's 3 ticks of attraction, but there's nothing going on here. So that probably won't be as solid. We do have a hipster who we don't know anything about. I'll probably go with him. Marley? Nah. Probably gonna go with Leonardo P-Side, the 2-star philosopher and a Leo, born on August 20th. Likes rainbows, new school thinking, and playing the bongos. He likes blonde hair, and we're going to find out everything else about him wherever we go. I have faith in the Australian restaurant, that it will lead me to wherever I need to go. I believe... Oh, it came back? It came back. Mother's Tucker knows. It knew. That envelope had eyes. It was like, I'm going back there. You're gonna go to Mother's Tucker. And I'm like, I mean, alright, I am not arguing, really. Just gotta say, my cardio rhythms are faster than normal. Stop speaking like a geeky type and you'll be a lot better, because this guy's hipster. So, you know, we don't really need that. Fall coloring is pleasing to me. Great. Okay, so we have long blonde hair, gray eyes. We would like a hot red meat dish against the consumption of tomatoes. I don't know why I tried that one. Bacon salad? It's not hot, though. Big, fat, juicy, witchetty grubs. Braised wallaby shanks. Well, I'm not gonna go for that. Let's go for, I think, the wallaby shanks, maybe? Sounds incredibly delicious. Yeah. I'm not so sure about that. Let's just find out. So your partners can take a ballroom dancing to get stuck in, or tell them they're having a laugh. Oh, good. Yeah, let's definitely get stuck in. We are both fully activated. I know, right? Set phasers to fun. Sorry, I'm speaking geek again when I gotta be hipster. Let's see. My girlfriend and I went to a small local coffee shop right outside our apartment. It was pretty hipster there. You know, like chalkboard menus and all that. That's about the extent of my hipsterness. Oh, I have shopped at thrift stores before, so there we go. And I got a sweet multicolored plaid shirt. Still one of my favorite cold weather shirts. Just an attractive server in the coffee shop winks at you. Do you blush and run away, or spend all your money on coffee? Spending all my money. That's a song, right? Oh, gray hair, red flock of seagulls, or gray eyes, red flock of seagulls. Gotta remember that. Should be fairly easy. Yeah, like that one's a girl. That one's not. So we'll just bring him right back. I'm really glad it was that game. Oh no, it's Leonardo, because I was like, I don't know this guy's name. If the manager or the owner came up and was like, hey, introduce me, I'd be like, I don't think I know how. Don't think I can do that. Just gotta talk about clothing. They should be they should be good together right there, so that's great. 20%, too easy. 237, we'll skip that up to, we'll say 474. 475. Sounds fine as well. I think it's time for us to leave the restaurant. Great. Let's get on out. Give me that black cat. Fulfill my criteria. We would like to be your significant other. Fantastic. Fantastic. And I think, that one went a little faster than I thought, but I think I'm going to leave this one here. We're going to go out and read mail, just because at 25 minutes, I'm like, I don't really know if I want to start another person. It gets a little hazy, and I don't want to be making like 40-minute videos again, but I don't want to just stop if I don't have to. Pearl Spangle Wine, okay. Bernie and I are still in a relationship and sharing accommodation. We both enjoy paintballing together. You need so total. Boy bands, yep, okay. Boy bands are just the worst, aren't they? They sent me a reclaimed wood phone case. Great, glad for that. And Eggbert, so close to the children twice this episode, but no dice. Darcy and me are still together, and we got married and all, but Blim love discussing politics, and I love her so much I don't care about her unhealthy interest in dwarven kingdoms. Best bit is I was only ever completely upfront with her. Great. But I want to see... I want to see the Prezi you sent me. Oh, a little unicorn, a cuddly unicorn toy. That's so sweet. I will cuddle with that every night. Psych! I'm gonna give it out on dates. Probably not. Let me throw it in the pile with all my other cuddly unicorn toys. I'm sorry, guys. That was rude. I'm supposed to remind you to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Until next time on Kitty Powers Matchmaker, goodbye.